Coming up on Takedown with Chris Hansen.
It's $50.
Hola. Tome asiento, por favor.
This man's actions in Genesee County, Michigan translate into big trouble.
Estoy de problemas,
Es un problema.
Mala de...
Grande problema.
And this citizen of Honduras will find himself face to face with me.
I'm Chris Hansen.
Ay, padre.
I hope you're enjoying this free full episode of Takedown on our YouTube channel, but there's something you need to know. There are literally hundreds of new episodes either in production or on our streaming channel right now, uncensored. Watch TruBlu.com. Use the code YouTube25 to watch all of the episodes for $2.50, or for an annual subscription, use YouTube Year for $20 off. Also, and this is very important, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you on TruBlu.
In Genesee County, Michigan, my investigation with the Ghost Team into crimes against children is exposing men trying to sexually exploit children. A ghost detective posing as an aunt to a 15-year-old girl fills me in on the scenario and the chat she's having with a man wanting to come over right away.
This man is looking to have sex with the 15-year-old niece of the aunt, whose role you are playing.
Yes. When I told him that she was 15, he says, I'm not going to be with a 15-year-old. I said, she's 15, by the way, not 5, but okay. And then he says, can you please send me the exact address? I give him the address, and then he said, I'm going to take a shower and leave. Send me a photo of the girl. I said, I don't send nudes. I sent a photo. And they said, give me an hour. And then he just asked, where am I going to be? I said, I'm going to be in the bedroom. So I just want to make sure. Really quick. Not a whole lot.
And
he acknowledged
about him. But he acknowledges the age. And he is at first saying the age is a problem.
Yes.
But then says, I'm going to jump in the shower and get right over there.
Yes.
And as far as we know now, he's 5 minutes away.
Correct.
And has he talked about what he wants to do?
I believe it was just a blowjob. I just want to verify what the sex act is. He wants 20 minutes with a condom.
20 minutes with a condom.
Yeah.
And what is he going to pay for that?
Would you give me a blowjob without a condom for 50? My God, he went down in price. That's not how that works. He said, would you give me a blowjob without a condom for 50? I said, would I? No. But with my niece? Absolutely. Are you clean? He says, yes, baby. I said, good, because my niece is 15. I don't want anybody dirty. And he says, I'm not going to be with a 15-year-old. And I said, all right, peace.
So what happens after he says he's not going to be with a 15-year-old? He comes back around, decides it's okay?
Yes.
How often do you see that?
All the time. Almost all the time.
What do you think goes on in these guys' minds?
I think they try to justify it in their heads.
So suddenly they know the right thing to do is say, no, I'm not going to do that with a 15-year-old. But then the fantasy, the fulfillment of that fantasy takes over at some point.
I'd say so.
I mean, that's what it looks like based upon that chat.
Yep.
So there's no doubt in your mind that this fellow is coming over here knowing that he's going to meet a 15-year-old girl for sex.
Yes, because he's even said it's not going to be the aunt. He knows that because he says, where are you going to be?
Where are you going to be? Meaning
Yeah.
you've got to be someplace else, not watching the
wants to know.
sex act with the child.
Yeah, where are you going to be? I'll be in my room.
And what does he say to that?
I'm 2 minutes away.
Okay.
I said, so just a blowjob? Yes, for $50. Okay.
Okay. And do we know how old he is?
No.
We'll find out soon enough.
I'm here now. Okay, so he says he's at now.
The man is just down the street. We scramble to get into position. The detective heads to the window just as he's pulling up to the sting house.
Oh my God, it's like, it's cold. Careful, it's a little icy. Oh, can you just wipe off your shoes really quick? I'm watching the play, so I just don't want it to be. Okay, it's $50. $50. This is Sky. 50. De Niro.
Yeah, okay. No, 15.
50. Ah, gracias. Okay, I go in my room and hold on, let me make sure she's clean. Just have a seat.
He follows the detective, but I stop him before he can make it to the bedroom.
Hola. Otro asiento, por favor. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó?
No, pues.
¿Habla inglés? No habla inglés.
No, estoy en problemas, sí.
Es un problema.
Mala de.
Grande problema.
Sí,
Sí.
porque.
¿Por qué?
Sí, yo entiendo. Ay, Dios.
Even with the language barrier, Wilfredo knows he has una grande problema.
Sabe, señor, tenemos aquí como unos 2 meses de no trabajar. O sea, estamos aquí esperando a que continuar trabajando.
Trabajando. ¿Qué es su trabajo?
Yo trabajo en Palerrack. No sé si sabe qué es Palerrack. Son las racas. Rack.
Drugs.
Ajá.
Drugs.
Yeah.
You sell drugs.
Sí, Palerrack.
¿De qué país vienes?
País,
País.
Honduras.
Honduras. Are you here legally? U.S. citizen?
Estamos aquí.
Sí.
O sea, yo trabajo en una compañía que trabajamos por todo el país. A donde haya trabajo, para allá los mando. No estamos en un solo sitio.
¿Cómo se dice en español? Blowjob.
Blowjob. No comprendo.
¿Tiene dinero? No. ¿Tiene dinero?
¿Sí?
¿Sí?
Nothing.
$50? You gave her $50. What was that for? The $50 was for sexo con chica 15 años.
No quería. Yo no quería. No quería yo. Yo entré porque vi que no era una niña.
Violaste la ley.
Sí, entiendo.
¿Sí?
Entiendo.
Lo siento.
Lo siento. Más yo. Lo siento, más yo.
¿Qué es su nombre?
¿Mi nombre? Wilfredo.
Wilfredo. ¿Cuántos años?
46.
46.
Sí.
46.
Yeah.
¿Su trabajo?
Es Palerrack.
Palora. ¿Qué es?
Un momento.
Translate. Good. Translate.
¿No veo fotos?
Google Transfer.
Oh, no. Ay, mi padre. Mi trabajo.
So construction.
Trabajo.
¿De dónde?
Aquí.
Flint? In Flint?
No.
Burton?
Yeah.
In Burton. Construction.
Es que no entiendo. Un momento. ¿Qué es lo que me dice?
Which is what he tells me.
Señor, si salgo bien de esto, prometo no volver a violentar la ley.
Lord, if I get out of this okay, I promise I will not violate the law again.
You were here to meet a 15-year-old girl for sex.
Estabas aquí para conocer a una chica de 15 años para tener sexo.
Cuando vi la persona en la puerta, no la vi de 15 años. Yo no quería.
When I saw the person at the door, I didn't see her as 15 years old. I didn't want to.
But she told you online that her niece was 15, and you said you wanted a blowjob from her and were going to pay her $50.
Pero ella te lo dijo. En línea a eso, su sobrina tenía 15 años y dijiste que querías una perra de ella y que le pagaríamos $50.
Pero yo no estaba de acuerdo. Tener algo con una chica de 15 años.
I didn't agree. Have something with a 15-year-old girl.
What do you do for a job?
¿Qué haces para un trabajo?
No entiendo qué me quiere decir.
I don't understand what you want to tell me.
What do you do to make money? What do you do to earn a living? What is your job?
¿Qué haces para ganar dinero? ¿Qué haces para ganarte la vida? ¿Cuál es tu trabajo?
Lo que le mostré, justamente en eso estamos trabajando, pero de momento no estamos trabajando porque hay mucho frío.
What I showed him is precisely what we are working on, but at the moment we are not working because it is very cold.
Are you here in this country legally? Do you have U.S. citizenship?
¿Estás aquí en este país legalmente? ¿Tienes ciudadanía estadounidense?
No,
No.
no. Soy ilegal.
I am illegal.
¿Tienes esposa?
Honduras sí.
Honduras. ¿Hijos?
Yeah. Sí.
¿Cuántos?
3.
Tres. And you're here
No.
Por sexo con chica 15 años.
So, esto arruinaría mi vida.
This is going to ruin my life.
Yeah. Si me dejas ir, lo prometo no volver a hacer esto.
If you let me go, I promise. Don't do this again.
¿Qué crees que debería pasarte?
No sé.
No say, you don't know.
No.
You don't know what should happen to you. You came here after talking about sexo with a 15-year-old girl. Un chica 15.
Sí, sé que es.
See? You brought money to pay her. And now you're in trouble.
Pero definitivamente yo no estaba de acuerdo en hacer esto. Si yo hubiera visto la chica cuando entré, que era ella, yo no entro.
But I definitely wouldn't agree to do this. If I had seen the girl when I walked in that it was her, I wouldn't walk in.
Si vuelves a Honduras, what will happen to you?
No comprendo.
If you go back to Honduras, what will happen to you?
No es ningún problema. Prefiero irme para Honduras que estar preso.
It's not a problem. I prefer to go to Honduras than be imprisoned.
I'm sure you would.
En cualquier parte que esté, voy a trabajar.
Wherever I am, I'm going to work.
Wilfredo, there's something you need to know. I'm Chris Hansen. I'm a reporter, un jornalista, and I do stories on men who tried to meet children, hijos, por sexo, for sex. And you have now been caught in one of those investigations. Is there anything else you want to say about your situation? ¿Qué dice?
Hay algo que necesitas saber. Soy Chris Hansen. Soy un periodista que lo publicó. Y hago historias sobre hombres que intentaron satisfacer los egos de los niños. O céntrico para el sexo y ahora se ha visto atrapado en una de esas investigaciones. ¿Hay algo más que quieras decir sobre tu situación?
La verdad, es mi primera vez que intento, que caigo en algo de una menor de edad.
Los hombres que dice todos los tiempos.
No, no.
The same thing.
Yeah.
That's what I hear all the time. Well, Wilfred, there's some people who want to talk to you. Policía.
No, un momento.
Un momento.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Through there. Stand. Just have them down.
baby, what will you?
Just leave it. You're good.
Stand up.
What is that?
No, stop, right? Kiss the car.
The sheriff's office takes Wilfredo into custody, but not before a few parting words.
Cualquier otra cosa que quieres.
Que no tengo ningún otro delito. O sea, solamente este. Y yo fue mi primera vez. Si puedo obtener mi deportación inmediata, sería mejor.
Sí, gracias.
Le puede decir a...
Again, a man who is in this country illegally, from Honduras, again, and again here to meet a 15-year-old girl for sex. He brought money, but he didn't bring a very good excuse. And now he'll have a date with ICE.
Wilfredo was charged with criminal sexually abusive material, using a computer to commit a crime, and enticing a child for immoral purposes. He is currently in federal custody on an ICE detainer and facing swift deportation. We'll keep you posted on the case against him. Genesee County Sheriff Chris Swanson recognizes that men like Wilfredo pose a double threat, being here illegally and wanting to do harm to a child.
Wilfred said, fine, send me back. It's warmer. It's cold here anyway. He really didn't.
No remorse.
No remorse whatsoever.
No.
As a lawman, that's got to be somewhat irritating.
Yeah. We've done so many interviews. I mean, been on the job 32 years. You see people, and the majority of the individuals that we take confessions and statements from, they are broken. They understand. They see that. But then there's that small percentage of people where there's nothing. They are just void of emotion or any empathy towards anyone, could care less.
Could this be cultural? Maybe this wasn't looked at as a crime in his own country?
Who knows how bad he was in Honduras? Many times, you know this, we don't catch folks their first time, even if they're from other countries. But his statement of just send me back tells me that he doesn't care that he was caught. He just wants to get this thing over with and move on and do who knows what.
What will happen to the illegal immigrants now?
So we're required by law, the sheriffs are, to report. And so we reported to Homeland Security. They put detainers on both of them. And again, we have a county view of it, but they have the international view. And so there's a process. They track their fingerprints, they track their names, their locations. Do they have any kind of passage, authorization? Most of them don't. And at that point, they send them back.
What message does that send to other illegal immigrants who are in this community committing crime?
There's a difference, in my opinion, coming from another country seeking asylum, because your country is taking advantage of so many different things, and this is a place, America, for freedom. There's a second individual that can come from another country and try to exploit, criminalize, demonize, attack, victimize our people. They don't belong here.
Watch TruBlu.com is home to the full library of Takedown with Chris Hansen, true crime documentaries, and exclusive investigations.